Hello, I'm Janna, and welcome back to the Crafty Corner. Today we're continuing our Valentine's Day making series with a look at side orders and creating a few embellishments. If you'd like to see exactly which supplies we're going to be using, go ahead and pause here. All right, let's head over to the Crafty Corner. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tim Holtz Valentine's Day set. And this is Love Notes. This is one of the new side orders that we've got recently at the very end of 2024. And these are fantastic. There's a whole bunch of these, but today we're focusing on the Valentine's Day one. So let's take a look at what there is. We've got the embossing folder. Very fun, nice small size, great for tags. And then we have all of these different dies. We're going to be mostly looking at the chocolate box and the letter today. So just quickly, here is the embossing folder. You open it up and it is textured on the inside. Now this isn't like a 3D embossing folder. It's substantially thinner, so your sandwich changes. You need your base platform, and then you need your two cutting plates to run this. And this is the end result after running it through your die cutting machine. And as you can see, we've got some raised hearts, we've got some recessed hearts, we even have one that kind of fell out of the tag. We're going to quickly alter this, and then we're going to move on to the other pieces related to the side order. For this tag, I'm thinking I want to use some Distress Mica Spray Stain, and Yuletide is the perfect color for it. And to go with it, I would also like a dash of, maybe some festive berries. All right, so very quickly we're going to grab our sprayer. Give that a good mist. I'll start with the festive berries. It's a nice red, and then we're going to give our Distress Mica Spray Stain a really good shake. And just like the spritz, there is a sediment that piles up at the bottom, so that's why you have to really make sure you shake these up good so that the nozzles don't get clogged. All right, that looks pretty good. We'll open that up and give that a spray. I love this. It's such a beautiful dark red. Okay, now we're just going to move that around a little bit with the water. There we go. It's going to be very pretty, very shiny. Okay, so we'll be back in a moment after I get this all dried off and probably add a few drip drops along the way. Here is our completed tag, and take a look at all of that beautiful shine. I love that about the Distress Mica Spray Stain. So that was a combination of Yuletide and Festivary Distress Spray Stain. All right, so that's how the embossing folder looks. And to get the hearts going across, I just turned the tag like that, and then we ran it through the die cutting machine twice so that we could get hearts going across instead of going this direction. All right, let's go ahead. We'll set that one aside for the moment. We're going to come back to that. Now I want to take a look at the envelopes. These are neat, and they make a great prop for when you're trying to create things. Now, the one thing I'll mention is that they don't really fit things inside them. So when you fold this, and I'm folding all of these corners down, they don't really make a pocket. That's okay, because this is more of a prop. When you fold that all together, you get this. It looks great. And could you technically make this into an envelope? Kind of. You might be able to stick something in here and sort of have it sticking out and then glue everything in place, but I like this best as just an envelope prop. But before we get gluing, I do want to add just a little bit of distress to the edges of this. So I've got my Distress ink vintage photo, and we're just going to add a little bit of ink along those lines. Just thought that would give this a little bit more interesting, because otherwise it's really just a plain white box. But of course, like all die cuts, you can change the paper, and you could even stamp on this when you go to assemble your piece. So lots of options. It doesn't have to be just a plain white envelope. But then again, if a plain white envelope is what you want, that is an option too. But I wanted to give this some more visual interest, so I'm going in with the Distress ink. All right, now I'm just going to take that. I'm going to take a little bit of glue. A little bit here, a little here, and a little bit there, and some over here. So we're just going to fold these pieces down, fold that one up, and bring that one down, and we'll just hold that for a few seconds while we give the glue a chance to set up just a little bit, and then we can move on and run through our second envelope just because. Now with the die set, it also comes with these cute little heart die cuts as well, and I like using these on the envelope. It gives it just a little bit of extra flair. So we're going to be adding one to this envelope as well. Let's see, this heart already has a little bit of double-sided sticky tape, so that works to our advantage. Take that and place that right here. There we go. And that's one of our little envelopes. All right, well, let's go ahead and take care of the second one. So again, we're going to want our ink, and we'll fold 1, 2, 3, 4. So ink, distress the edges. There we go. Just rotating and distressing. Okay, all good. Put the lid back on the ink, move it to the side, and grab our glue. Just to zoom this in a little bit for a moment. Okay, and glue, glue, more glue, and more glue. All right, fold those down, fold that up, and bring this part down. And then we'll just hold that for a little bit while it sets up. And now let's add a heart. There we go. Excellent. So now I've got these two lovely little embellishments all ready to use whenever I need to embellish something. All right, so moving right along, let's take a look at the candy box next. So the candy box comes in 4 parts. We've got a base layer, we have a layer for the lid, and then we have a beautiful ribbon as well. So this one's pretty easy to put together. We take our symmetrical heart and we're going to add that to this one. This one is not symmetrical, and that's because it is the lid for the box of chocolates. So we just line that up, place that right here. Just going to hold that a moment or two, wipe off the extra glue ooze. I think next time I do this, I definitely just need to use the double-sided tape. Much, much easier and less messy. Okay. And then we go in with the accent pieces. These I did cover with double-sided sticky tape. Excellent. So we're going to take that band, and the side that has the little dip on it is going to go down. That's going to go here. It's maybe about 1/4 inch away from the edge of the lid, and then this goes across. There we go. And then we take that lovely ribbon and add that. That is just, it's really cool. I like that. It's a nice little piece, great to add to other projects. So we'll set that one aside as well. And why not? We have a second one here. Let's put that one together too. So we've got our glue, line that up, stick it down, and go in with our accent pieces. Not sure. Nope, these don't have sticky tape on them. That's okay. Just a little bit of glue. And again, we're going to turn that. That goes about here. And then that goes over here. Okay. And last but not least, oh, that does have sticky tape. We add the ribbon. All right, this did get a bit messier than I wanted it to, so I am going to carefully wipe up that glue ooze. I don't want that to dry on here. We've got some lovely metallic craft stock from Tim Holtz Ideology, and we want that to shine. So just a little water, a little wipe. There we go. Should be good. Okay, and we'll set that aside. So next, we're going to be pulling in some distress paints and altering a couple of things because I thought, why not? We are here, we've got all sorts of elements. We're kind of focusing on stocking up our embellishment box for Valentine's. So I was thinking we could create some conversation hearts. Now I saw this on a Tim Holtz demo a while back, but it definitely is a good one to come back to and have a play with, especially this time of year. Now, if you know conversation hearts, they're these traditional colors. We've got the pink, the yellow, we've got a purple, a green, a white, and an orange. I think we'll just add in the pink, green, and orange. So let's see, I want some cracked pistachio. We've already got some kitsch flamingo, squeezed lemonade. So I also want the shaded lilac. And, oh, what would be a good orange? Maybe spiced marmalade. Okay. So we've got those, and now I have a whole bunch of hearts. These were die cut from Heartfelt using some thicker chipboard. So we've got 5 colors. So let's spread these out so that we can try to evenly distribute the colors. Okay. Perfect. So each color gets 3 hearts. Let's start with the lightest color and work our way to the darkest. So with these, pretty simple. Just going to take a little bit of paint, put that down, and I'm kind of in a hurry, so we're just going to go in with a finger today. Definitely could go in with a brush, would be probably easier, but I am in a hurry, so just going to add that. Move that around the edges. One thing that people tend to forget is the edges of pieces. And you know what? Depending on the angle of your project, those edges can be seen. So I'm trying to get better about putting paint and other mediums on edges of things when I'm altering them. Okay. And just a little bit here and there. Great. And let's take care of this one while we're here. All right. There we go. So just smushing that paint around until we have good coverage. All right, so pretty easy. Let's go ahead and put the rest of this on fast forward as we finish altering our hearts. Now that we have all of our hearts painted, it's time to add a little bit of sparkle to them. So what we're going to do is add some distressed glitter. We've got the Clear Rock candy here. I'm just going to dump some of that into this bin. And we're going to be smushing some distress collage medium over the top and then dumping that into the bin. Okay, so we've got that. Just going to give that a good wiggle and we'll lift that out. Whoop. and see what we got. There we go. We've got a super sparkly heart. So let's go ahead and do that to the rest of these. Just a bit of glue, a bit of a swirl, and we can put that right into this bin. And I'm really smushing that with my finger. Now lifting it up and tapping that off. Oh, I love that. It's so sparkly. Now, if you wanted even more sparkle in the color that we have already for the hearts, we could grab some already pre-colored glitter. I've got some pink right here. And we can do the exact same thing. And I want to compare and contrast between how this looks with the matching colored glitter versus just the plain clear rock candy. I mean, both are going to be beautiful, but I think you'll notice a bit of a difference when we add the matching color glitter. All right, let's fish that out. There we go, and that's with the matching glitter versus not matching glitter. I kind of like the glitter that isn't matching because it actually adds quite a bit more vibrance to this heart. But that's also because of the color of glitter that I chose. I think we might have some pre-colored glitter. Yep, we do, maybe? That I have stashed, but that's looking a bit brighter than I was expecting. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, all the glitters I have are a lot darker, so I think we're just going to go with the lighter version because conversation hearts are very pastel. But I thought it'd be fun just to take a look at the difference with the colored glitter, which was done with alcohol ink and Distress Clear Rock Candy Glitter. So we definitely have options when it comes to embellishing these hearts. And I do love a good candy heart. Those bring back lots of nostalgic memories from grade at school. Okay, got that. Smush. And we fish it out. So, just a couple of things to keep in mind when embellishing your hearts. Let's go ahead and put the rest of them fast forward as we finish glittering all the hearts. Here are the finished sparkling conversation hearts. I love the pastel colors and the little bit of extra glitter makes everything so shiny. So we're going to go ahead and set these aside and move on to our next alteration. For the next alteration, we're going to be pulling in a classic. We've got the Umbrella Man. Now, I believe in a previous video, we did a little bit of a Tim Holtz vintage haul, and this was one of those buys, and I love this die. So I cut this out of some fairly thick chipboard. I want to say this is at least 1/8 of an inch. And we're going to be altering it today with some white gesso. I want to do a little bit of collaging over the top, but I need some white for the base. There we go. So I've got my gesso, and now we're just going to quickly paint that on. You know what? Finger's going to be the easiest right now. All right, I'm just going to lift that up so I don't get all that lovely gesso onto the craft mat. We just want this on the die. And in this case, I am going to leave the edges raw because that is going to look hopefully a bit more grungy. All right. Now, I've got quite a bit of extra on here, so I'll have to scrape that off. But in the meantime, we're just kind of smoothing everything out to make sure that we've got good coverage. All right. There we go. So We'll just give this a moment to dry and then we'll be right back to do some collaging over the top. Now that this is all nice and dry, let's start collaging. So we're going to add some collage medium right over the top. Just gonna smush that out. Want to make sure we've got some good coverage here. Having a little bit extra is not going to hurt in this case. So we want to be pretty generous with how much we are spreading over the top. All right, so we've got that. Now we want the collage paper. So with this, I'm just going to kind of roughly line it up, and there we go. I can move it just a little bit. Oh, it's not where I want it. Let's see here. Let's move it over. Let's try here-ish. It's better, but not what I want quite yet. Let's try this side. Oh, that's good. I like that. Okay. So, pretty happy with that. I'm just going to smooth this down. You know, I might even add a second layer right here because I really want some text on the head. But to do that, I'll need to snip just a little bit from here and transfer it over there before I move on to the next step, because we're pretty much going to obliterate the rest of this paper in just a moment. All right. So we have that, and I'm going to add my second layer of collage medium. And while we're at it, let's put that right there. It should blend in very nicely. Good. All right, just smushing this down, making sure it's going to stick well. And then we're going to blast this with water because I want to get rid of all that extra overhang. Tearing is only going to get me so far, but the water will help kind of melt it away so that we don't have any of that extra. Okay, and now I should be able to just run scissors along the edge and kind of get rid of those extra little bits. Because in theory, that wet paper is just going to want to give way. Okay, let's see. Not bad. That's the first side. Let's see how we do over here. I'm going to kind of try to lift and pull that away. Not bad. Getting quite a bit. All right, that's a lot of it gone, so that's the good news. Okay, and I should be able to tuck extra pieces behind as well. All right, getting there. Now let's see about over here. Okay, there. I should be able to just kind of tuck that behind and get that extra collage paper out of the way. There we go. Getting there. Just tucking things up and out of the way. Over and under. All right, now we're getting to some of the harder spots. Okay, so just very carefully with my fingers, just trying to smooth all of this out of the way for the parts that we don't need. And I'll try to cut where I can, because that part is going to be hard, especially right around the umbrella. Okay, so far so good. Not bad. Yeah, I think it's going to work out. Just have to smooth down those rough edges and get our original shape back. There. Cool. So just taking my fingers and pressing into some of those smaller areas. There we go. Now just kind of working around the head. All right. There we go. So we've got our umbrella man all ready to add into a project. And we're going to put together a tag next, since we've already got a whole bunch of pieces all ready to create with. All right, so just smooth a few things out, and I would say that we are good to go. And I'll just give the desk a quick little cleanup, and we'll put together some of the elements. Oh, before I forget, we have one more set of things to embellish. Almost forgot about these. Can't believe it. Can't forget about these pieces. So, when creating embellishments, I also want to include impresslet pieces. We've got wings and we've got hearts. And check out the hearts. These are awesome. So, I die cut these from some of the Tim Holtz Ideology craft stock. And this is from Backgrounds. So these are absolutely gorgeous, and I like it. They're two-sided, so that's pretty cool. And we have some wings. So we're going to do a little bit of altering on both of these. So for the wings, we've got some distressed crayon. We've got unraveled. Just going to add some of that lovely gold to the wings, and we're just going to smush that to highlight some of that lovely detail. There we go. And I want to do the same thing on the heart. We've got those really cool flowers at the edges, so why not bring them out with a bit of the distressed crayon. And this is the distressed pearlescent crayon. Okay, not bad. So for these, I like pairing them together. One of my favorite things to do. So got that, got that. Perfect. We've got a heart with wings. And now this other one I want to do was some silver, and we've got some beautiful frozen fog. Again, I'll smush that over the wings. This isn't going to be as visible. It's going to be a bit more subtle because frozen fog is, well, it's not as noticeable, but you can definitely see that pearlescent sheen, which is just what I was after. And I'll give a little bit of extra shine around the edge of the heart. Okay. There we go. Very simple alteration and just fun to have ready to go when I am creating. These will be great for journal spreads, tags, or future embellishment projects. All right, there we go. We've got 2 sets of heart wings. We'll just set those aside to dry, and now we're going to turn our attention to making a tag. Absolutely have to. We went to all the trouble of creating that really cool Umbrella Man cutout, so he needs a landing spot. All right, so what we are going to do is take a tag and let's see. I want to do some spray stain and some stenciling. So for stenciling, we're going to be pulling in, I think, Resist. Hopefully I don't have any issues with the sprayer. Pretty certain I cleaned it last time. So, oh, I'm gonna want some more scrap paper for this because I don't want to get my desk yucky. But you know what? I don't have scrap paper close by, but I do have the inky towel. I can use that to kind of cover the desk and catch some of the spray back. All right. So we've got that, we've got this. Well, let's see what we get. So the sprayer is clogged, but not a problem. I do keep extra ones around just in case. So let's go ahead and swap that out. Just a couple of quick sprays and we should be all set. So I'm just going to give this a moment to dry, and then we will be right back to take a look at the resist effect. Everything is looking pretty good. The tag is dry to the touch. So now I want to add in a bit of color, and let's go with some saltwater taffy. I think that will be a nice color to kind of play against all of that red. So we'll just give this a quick spray. All right, and we'll move that around. Got some water. Now I just need to dry this off and we'll see what we've got. Okay, so we've got our tag and that is looking pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and start layering things up. So I do know I want this to go here. And I think we'll actually glue that down. Not my normal go-to for tags, but because I'm going to be adding such a large focal point over the top, I think having this glued down is going to make the most sense. All right, so we've got that. Just going to kind of hold that for a moment. And then we'll take our focal point and add that next. This doesn't need any dimensional lift since it's already pretty chunky. So no foam squares needed this time. All right. That is good. Okay. What else? Definitely not done. Oh, you know what? I want washi tape. Just for some more interest. Let's see, I've got this one. This is Ideology tape. Okay. That is good, and I think I want a strip on this side as well. I'll be able to hopefully sneak that right underneath the umbrella. There, like that. Oh, just want to put that right back there. Good. And we'll tuck that under. Okay. So I wanted to add kind of like falling hearts from the umbrella. So I've got these from the Sizzix die set, falling hearts. I think I've got about 12 of these. So let's see what we can do with those. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to carefully stick these in here. Probably got too much glue, but that's okay. We'll make this work. Oh, I like that with the little falling hearts. That's cute. It looks like it's raining hearts. Okay, put that here. Right, I've still got more hearts. Just want to try to flip these over. There we go. All right, well, let's add these in. Will that fit? I think so. I just want a little heart right here. Oh, I don't want that to move. Okay, that fits. Good. And there. And there. Ooh, I'd love one more heart if I can find it. I think I've got more hiding here. Just found one heart. I found 3 hearts. So let's add a couple more. Why not? Great. I really like the falling hearts. That is fun. Okay, so we've got some falling hearts. We've got our umbrella man here. What else? Well, how about one of the larger sparkly hearts? That would be good. And now I think I need a quote of some sort. Let's see what I have in my stash. Okay, I've been poking around looking at possible sentiments and I think I got a good one. State the obvious, love. So we're going to take that and we're going to carefully sneak that under the umbrella. Right there. And then I can take the sparkle heart and add that over here. Great. Okay, I think I am pretty happy with that. Not bad. Just trying to think if this needs anything else? This is where I sometimes get a little tripped up. Sometimes I want to add more things, but then I go overboard, or I don't add things and then I regret it. This is where it's hard to have all the things going through the mind, trying to decide where to place things. Let's see. So I think it needs just a few more hearts, and I do have a couple of hearts left over from some other things, so let's add them in here. Why not? Can't have too many hearts for a Valentine's Day project. So we're going to take that, put that there, and then I want 3 right along here. Great. Oh, you know what? I want that bigger one over here. There we go. And then that one. And this one. There we go. And one more heart over here. All right, now I'm feeling pretty happy with this. Today we have been playing with embellishments, and for our first set of embellishments we created some adorable candy boxes with envelopes from the Tim Holtz Sizzix die set Love Notes, and this is from the Side Order collection. Then we dove into some sparkling conversation hearts. These make me so nostalgic and I love the colors, and adding the extra glitter was so fun. Then we had a little play with some 3D impresslets to create these winged hearts using Lucky and Love and the 3D wings. After, we altered a classic Tim Holtz die, the Umbrella Man, to create a Valentine's Day themed tags with plenty of hearts, as well as some embossing from the Side Order Love Notes die set. Thank you so much for joining me here today at the Crafty Corner for some more Valentine's Day fun. I hope that you've enjoyed today's Valentine's Day themed projects. Until next time, happy crafting!